Welcome, welcome, welcome in to another day and another lesson in A Course in Miracles. Yesterday we were on an incredibly beautiful lesson, lesson 46, God is the love in which I forgive. And today we are moving into lesson 47, God is the strength in which I trust. So before we allow ourselves to tune into that amazing energy, let's just take a moment, settle in to this present moment. Connect into that intention we have to be right here, right now. As we breathe in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Really allowing our whole bodies to expand as we take deep breaths in. And fully release out. Perhaps taking a moment to pause at the fullness of the inhale and the emptiness of the exhale as you bring your full attention to the breath, breathing deeply in. Holding it. Letting it all go slowly. And holding at the bottom. Let's do one more breath, that same style of breath if you're following along, or maybe you're just doing your own grounding and presenting practice. But one more deep inhale and hold, exhale and hold at your own pace. And whenever you finish that last breath, just returning to normal breathing. Gently bringing your attention back to the space. As we move into lesson 47, God is the strength in which I trust. If you are trusting in your own strength, you have every right, every reason to be apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. What can you predict or control? What is there in you that can be counted on? What would give you the ability to be aware of all the facets of any problem and to resolve them in such a way that only good can come of it? What is there in you that gives the recognition of the right solution and the guarantee that it will be accomplished? Of yourself, you can do none of these things. To believe that you can is to put your trust where trust isn't warranted, or where trust is unwarranted, rather, and to justify fear, anxiety, depression, anger, and sorrow. Who can put their faith in weakness and feel safe? Yet who can put their faith in strength and feel weak? So how do we know we are relying on our own strength? We'll feel apprehensive, anxious, and fearful. We will feel justified in being fearful, anxious, depressed, angry, and sad. God is your safety in every circumstance. God's voice speaks for God in all situations and in every aspect of all situations, telling you exactly what to do, to call upon God's strength and God's protection. There are no exceptions because God has no exceptions. And the voice which speaks for God thinks as God does. Today we will try to reach past your own weakness to the source of real strength. 4 or 5 minute practice periods are necessary today, and longer, more frequent ones are urged. Close your eyes as usual by repeating the idea for the day. God is the strength in which I trust. Then spend a minute or two searching for situations in your life where you have invested fear, dismissing each one by telling yourself, God is the strength in which I trust. And now, after those couple of minute or two, try to slip past all concerns related to your own sense of inadequacy. It is obvious that any situation that causes you concern is associated with feelings of inadequacy. For otherwise, if you would believe that you could handle the situation successfully, you could deal with the situation successfully. It is not by trusting yourself that you will gain confidence, but the strength of God in you is successful in all things. The recognition of your own frailty is a necessary step in the correction of your errors, but it is hardly a sufficient one in giving you the confidence which you need and to which you are entitled. You are entitled to confidence. You must also gain an awareness that confidence in your real strength is fully justified in every respect and in all circumstances. In the later phase or latter phase of the practice period, try to reach down into your mind to a real place of safety. You will recognize that you have reached it. So it's it told us exactly how we're going to know we're relying on our own strength, and it's telling us exactly how we're going to know that we're reaching past to our place of real safety. If you feel a sense of deep peace, however briefly, let go all the trivial things that churn and bubble on the surface of your mind and reach down below them to the kingdom of heaven. I also like to substitute that with the reality of God. There is a place in you. There is perfect peace. There is a place in you where nothing is impossible. There is a place in you where the strength of God abides. During the day, repeat the idea often, God is the strength in which I trust. Use it as your answer to any disturbance. Remember that peace is your right because you are giving your trust to the strength of God. All right, let's join together in our 5-minute practice period. Just recapping real quick. It's going to be 5 minutes. The first minute or two, we are going to allow any situation of concern and feelings of inadequacy, uncertainty, allowing them to show up and then to dismiss them by telling ourselves that God is the strength in which we trust. And then we'll seek to move past, below, any of those, past the concerns to the deep sense of peace that is our right. So let's get started. Finishing up on your last moment of this practice. Thank you for going through the first practice with me. There is 3 more 5-minute practices throughout the rest of today, and also regularly using it as anything, using it often. Use it as your answer to any disturbance. Remember that peace is your right because you are giving your trust to the strength of God. And I will look forward to joining you tomorrow for lesson 48. Much love.